In this video, we'll be completing the square to get the standard form of the equation of a circle. Recall that the standard form of the equation of a circle is the quantity x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared, where hk is the center of the circle and r is the radius. Our problem is, complete the square to change the equation to standard form and then graph the circle. All right. What we would like in order to complete the square is a coefficient of 1 here for the x squared term and for the y squared term. And what I'm going to do is divide every term by 2. Even though it'll cause a fraction here, I'm still going to do that so that we can get a 1 on the coefficient. So these will cancel, and I have x squared. These will cancel, and I have plus y squared. Then minus 1/2 x plus 1/2 y. And I'm going to go ahead and put this constant term on the right side. So equals a positive 3/2. Now my next step is to complete the square, but before I can do that, I need to rearrange my terms so that all the x's are kind of grouped together and all the y's are grouped together. So I have x squared and then minus 1/2 x. And then I'm going to put plus a space there because when I complete the square, I'm going to be adding a number here. And then I have my y squared plus 1/2 y. And then I'm going to plus a space there. And then on the right side, I'm going to have my 3/2 constant plus a space plus a space. All right, for the x completing the square part, I need to take the x coefficient, this number right here, and half it. So I'm going to take 1/2 of a negative 1/2, and I'll get a negative 1/4. And then I'm going to square that answer. So a negative 1/4 squared is 1/16. And I'm going to add that on the left side and add it on the right side. You've got to add it to both sides so it doesn't mess up the equation. And then for the y part, again, I'm going to take the y coefficient and half it. And then square that result. And add it to both sides of the equation. All right, now I'm going to take these 3 terms and factor, write them as the square of a binomial, and then I'm going to take these 3 terms and write them as the square of a binomial. So this first one becomes x. I need the sign on this middle term, so minus. And then the square root of 1/16 is 1/4. Then for my y, I'm going to have y. The sign on the middle is plus, and the square root of 1/16 is 1/4. And then if we combine these terms. I need a common denominator of 16, so I'll multiply by 8 top and bottom here. 8 times 3 is 24, plus 1 is 26. So I have 26 over 16. Now, my information from this standard form is my center is at 1/4. Now remember that on our standard form of our equation, it's x minus h. So h in our problem is 1/4. If we change this one to y minus k, then it's y minus a negative. So the y coordinate of our center is a negative 1/4. And then on our standard form of our equation, on the right is r squared. So my radius needs to be the square root of this number, which is the square root of 26 divided by, and then the square root of 16 is 4. Now that number is approximately 1.3. I need the approximation so that I can graph this. Notice that I've marked this graph off by halves. So positive 1/4 would be about here, and then a negative 1/4 would be about here. So this is the center of my circle. And then I need, this is about a fourth, 0.25. So if I have a 1 1/4 radius, that'll put me this is 1 unit and 1/4 more, and then this is 1 1/4 more, and this is 1 1/4 more, that's 1 1/4 more. So it looks like our circle is going to be right there, but this is more information right here that the center is at 1/4, negative 1/4, and the radius is root 26 over 4.